Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're sitting there right now just staring at a textbook and feeling totally overwhelmed by grammar rules, I have some seriously fantastic news for you. Grammar? It isn't actually some endless, impossible list of rules that you just have to brute force memorize. It's actually a highly hackable system. And the secret to hacking it? Well, it's based entirely on the speaker's purpose. Today, we're kicking off a real masterclass in self-study. We are going to crack the code on literally one of the most intimidating topics out there, grammatical moods. Once you get a handle on the mental shortcuts we're about to cover, you will absolutely never struggle with this again. Okay, let's dive in. Here's our roadmap for today. 1. The only 3 moods. 2. Indicative, just the facts. 3. Imperative, the hidden you. 4. Subjunctive, unreal ideas. 5. Your self-study cheat sheet. And 6. The 30-second practice test.
All right, part 1, the only 3 moods.
Think of this as your ultimate master reference guide. Seriously, take a screenshot of this for your notes if you need to. The golden rule here for your self-study is this: don't look at the verb first. Instead, figure out the speaker's purpose. Are they stating a fact? Are they giving a command, or maybe expressing a wish? That core purpose dictates whether you're dealing with the indicative, the imperative, or the subjunctive mood.
Moving right along to Section 2, Indicative, just the facts.
When you're doing your independent study and you're just looking at a sentence, the absolute primary question you need to ask yourself is simply this: is it a fact, or, is it asking for a fact? Mentally label this one with the color blue. Think about everyday sentences. Nepal exports tea. The company is expanding. Are you ready? What are all of these doing? They're just delivering or asking for standard everyday information.
And hey, if the answer to that question is yes, then boom, it's the indicative mood. It really is that simple. The crazy thing about the indicative mood is that almost 90% of all English sentences fall right into this bucket. It's basically the default setting of our language. So if it's just normal, straightforward information, paint it blue in your mind, label it indicative, and move on.
Section 3. Imperative, the hidden you.
Now let's tag this next one with the color red. When you encounter sentences like "open the window," or "please sit down," or "don't smoke here," the key question you should be asking yourself is, who is doing the action? Let's take "open the window." Who is actually opening it? Notice how the sentence doesn't explicitly name a person at all? It just jumps right in with the verb.
And that brings us to the real trick here for your study sessions. The subject in these sentences is always you. It's totally invisible in the text, but it's always implied, like "you close the door," or "you kindly submit the assignment." If someone is telling another person to do something, whether it's a strict command, a really polite request, or just some friendly advice, it's the imperative mood. Think red. Action is required.
Okay, on to Section 4, Subjunctive, unreal ideas. Let's dive into the trickiest mood, which will give the color green. The subjunctive mood completely messes with normal verb rules. It deals entirely with things that are not facts. These are the exact traps students constantly fall into when they're studying alone. Take wishes and conditions. If I say, "I wish I were rich," or "if I were the manager," notice how we don't use was. It's always were, even for singular subjects like I or he. And for suggestions and demands, it gets even weirder. The principal insisted that every student be present, not is present, or the doctor recommended that he take rest, not takes. These surprising, weird little verb changes are basically massive flashing green neon signs telling you that you are dealing with the subjunctive mood.
Section 5, your self-study cheat sheet.
All right, let's shift into high gear. Here is your one-question formula. When you're staring down your homework or practice test, just ask yourself one single question. What is the speaker doing? Step 1, are they giving information? Yes, indicative. Step 2, are they giving an order or request? Yes, imperative. Step 3, are they expressing a wish, suggestion, or unreal idea? Yes, subjunctive. That's the whole shebang. 3 incredibly fast, logical steps that cut right through the confusion.
And remember that visual color trick we talked about? The human brain retains simple color associations amazingly well. When you're reading, just visualize these colors. Blue equals fact, which is indicative. Red equals command, which is imperative. Green equals wish, if, or suggestion, which is subjunctive. Honestly, write this 3-line memory formula down at the very top of your notebook page before you start studying. It's going to act as your anchor.
Let's turbocharge this with a rapid-fire keyword dump. This right here is the ultimate 30-second trick.
When you open a book, scan the page for these specific visual clues immediately. For indicative, look for normal helper verbs, is, are, do, does. For imperative, look for action triggers right at the start of the sentence, like please, don't, open, submit. For subjunctive, scan for those imaginative words, wish, if, were, would, suggest, or demand. You spot these keywords, and you instantly know what mood you're in.
Section 6, the 30-second practice test.
Let's test this out. First sentence. The company earns huge profits. Look at it quickly. What's the speaker's purpose here? Apply that one question formula.
Did you ask if it was a fact? Because yes, it is. Therefore, indicative. It's just giving us information. Perfect. Let's keep this energy up. Next one. Please submit your report. Throw this one through your mental filter. Look for the hidden subject. Or better yet, look for that super obvious keyword right at the beginning.
Is it a command or a request? Yes, so it's imperative. You can feel that powerful red connection right away because it's asking you to actually take an action. You're doing great.
Okay, final one. This is the trickiest sentence structure. If I were the CEO, I would reduce taxes. Decode it quickly. Scan for your keywords. What color is the sentence in your mind?
Is it unreal, like an imagination or a condition? Yes, absolutely, it's this subjunctive. If you spotted the word if in those weird were clues, you perfectly identified the green subjunctive. Excellent job. You literally just analyzed 3 entirely different, complex grammatical structures in seconds. So the absolutely crucial point to take away from this entire explainer is this. Stop asking for definitions. Memorizing a rigid textbook definition of the subjunctive mood is just not going to help you on a test. The secret to mastering grammar on your own is training your brain to ask the right questions. Just ask, is it a fact, is it a command, or is it a wish? Once you ask the right question, the grammar just reveals itself to you. You now have a proven, highly effective framework to decode English sentences entirely independently. You didn't just learn grammar today, you learned how to hack the learning process itself. So I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought. Which difficult topic will you conquer next using the power of mental shortcuts? Because honestly, with the right framework, there's absolutely nothing you cannot learn. Keep studying smarter, and I will see you in the next explainer.